Hey everybody, welcome back to Bullet Sponge Brews. My name is Wilson, and today we are going to be back sweetening and tasting our mead. This is my buddy Matthew. This is a special guest I told you guys about last time. I'm going to go ahead and give him just a little bit of time to introduce himself, and then we're going to get right into the video.
Hey there, folks. Just like Wilson, I'm also a veteran, combat engineer, 12 Bravo. I also happen to enjoy a good bit of culinary arts and alcohol. So let's see how this goes.
Could you have sounded any cornier?
I look like fat administrative results. We'll see how it ends.
That's staying in the video.
I'm fine with that.
All right, guys. So we got right here, we're going to start with our Arnold Palmer mead. I've got it on a scale. The scale has been zeroed. I want to kind of get exact results for how much honey we are putting in there. So I think we're going to start with about 4 ounces at a time. We're going to mix it up. We're going to taste it. Now, we both tasted these two meads beforehand. They do need a little bit of sweetening, but they're not as bad as I would thought they would be. They are completely dry, but I do want to add just a little bit of sweetness to them. So let's get right into it. Like I said, we are going to add 4 ounces at a time.
And
so,
in the words of Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
This is going a lot slower than I anticipated. We are at 1 ounce right now. Come on, Jesus Christ. 2 ounces. My dog is in the toilet.
3 ounces.
3.8.
3.9.
4. All right, now close that back up. I'm going to take this off the scale. Now, when you guys are back sweetening and you are adding sugar into it, we want to do our best to not really disturb the surface of the mead. That's where it's going to get oxygenated and it's going to allow air to get in there. We don't want that because this is almost a finished product. So we're just going to go nice and easy, try to get this honey distributed up into the whole of it. Obviously, my levels are rising, but hopefully with us drinking some, it's just going to go back down. We're just going to kind of even out. And it does not look like this honey really wants to mix in. It's just hanging out in the bottom. So we could be here for a minute.
It is refusing to incorporate. Almost at all.
Well, we got a little bit going on. I'm also going to move this so I'm able to speak into the mic. We only have one mic for this because I'm a moron and I lost my other one.
Just makes it more fun.
Yeah, now Matt and I have to get super close. Daddy, chill. That's also staying in the video.
Do you think I have any shame left?
You're still in the National Guard, so
reserves.
Oh, potato.
It is a little bit different. We get more funding. That's it.
Yeah, one's federally operated, the other state operated. Still we're too pogue to go active duty.
I have a 368 ready to go. Just waiting for the perfect chance to be able to screw them like they've screwed me.
You know, I haven't been in the military for almost a decade, so I don't know what any of that paperwork jargon means.
A 368 is a release from the reserves and transfer to active duty packet.
And another thing I did want to bring up is this Arnold Palmer has cleared up amazingly. We're still gonna have stuff that's falling out of suspension, but it's a lot better than I was actually anticipating this early into it. If I look at it, it looks like we started this one on November 29th. So what is today? December 18th? December 18th?
Yes,
so
18th.
This has been going for 19 days, and it's already pretty clear. We're still going to let it sit for a while longer, but it's looking good. And then, of course, once again, we are going to cut this in half with a gallon of lemonade to make a nice, roughly 7% ABV summertime beverage for like hot summer days and stuff. So we got 4 ounces of sugar mixed in, and we're only doing a little bit of sugar, like 4 ounces at a time. This way, there's a less risk of us overshooting our mark. I don't really want to just dump in half a pound or a pound of honey because we can always put in, we can't take away. And I don't want to really run into that. So, give myself a little taste. And I want more than that. There we go. And there you go, you lush.
Thank you, Father.
Smells like an Arnold Palmer.
It definitely smells less like bread now.
And once again, I did use Liquid Death Dead Billionaire Tea to make this. Mainly, it's the whole like, hey, I'm trying to get money from another beverage company, so please help me out, Liquid Death. I love you.
A little sweeter than before.
Definitely.
I'd say it's getting there. Could use maybe another 2 ounces.
2 ounces? I think it needs a little bit more than that. I think I should do another 4. But we can, just to be safe, screw it. We'll do 2, and if it needs more, we'll do 2. We'll just go ahead and
meet in the middle, hit it at 3.
Well, once again, it's like I said, it's if we
easier to go forward than go back.
Yeah. Come on, scale. Hey, there we go. All right, zero it out. Go ahead and just add 2 more ounces into it. And then whatever is left of this honey will be going into the mead that I am preparing on Friday. I'm going to use a little less honey for this next mead because I am going to have a bunch of other sugars going into it, and I don't want to screw up like I did initially with this, or the
1.9, 2.
I'm glad you were paying attention. Oh, apparently neither one of us were paying attention. 2.2.
2.2.
2.5. Screw it.
This thing also jumbles more than the scales of Anubis and Egyptian tales.
Leroy Jenkins. But there are going to be I'm adding less honey for the next mead because I don't want to screw up like I did initially with the pineapple jalapeno and the maple brown sugar, add too much sugar. With the pineapple jalapeno, I was able to cut it in half, and we actually got it kind of where we want. The maple brown or the brown sugar cinnamon, I'm sorry, is fermenting. It is going, but I was a little worried just because of how much sugar was in it. So we'll kind of see what's going on with that. Now, with all the sugar that was in the god dang it, I keep screwing up that. With all the sugar that is in the maple or the brown sugar cinnamon, there is a very high probability that it will finish sweet. If it does finish sweet, if it finishes too sweet, we are going to have to dilute it with water, and at that point, we'll see where we wind up. Now, I also did take a gravity reading of the blueberry pomegranate. That one is almost dry. It was still fermenting as of like 4 or 5 days ago. I took a gravity reading a couple days ago, and if it doesn't move by the 23rd, then we will stabilize it on the 23rd. We'll film a video doing that, and then I am going to back sweeten it on Christmas after all of the festivities because I'm not going to waste any time with my kid just so I can film a video about making alcohol. But once they're back in bed for Christmas Day, we'll go ahead and shoot a video back sweetening it, and we'll see how that one turns out.
I have high hopes for it. It already tastes amazing.
I know. I'm so proud and so excited of that one. All right, and go ahead and get another little tasty poo. I don't know why I keep smelling it. It's like it's not going to really smell any different from before. I want to look fancy. See, I even broke out my fancy glasses. That 2 ounces was a good call. That 2 ounces was a really good call.
That is almost perfect. That just needs a little acid to it, and summertime, here we come.
Little acid? I got acid. Give me a break. Give me a second.
Oh, I'm at the lemonade.
I want to fight you. But that is a very good point.
Once the lemonade goes in and it gets cut down, this will be the perfect summertime drink.
So, do you think we're good? on the honey? Do you think we should add a little bit more?
I think the honey is good for now, and if it needs it later, lemonade is also inherently sugary, depending on if you make it yourself or if you buy it. I feel like this is a good stopping point for this for now.
All right, so now because even though I did stabilize this, I am going to add an airlock back onto this just in case I am a moron and I did not stabilize this properly. So because we did add more fermentable sugars in this, this wasn't at its ABV cap. It's only about 14%. Actually, we're going to double check that. 6 ounces honey, back sweeten. And then we're just going to do a gravity reading just to double check. See where our gravity was sitting. When I last checked, this was at a 1.000. So now that we have added 6 ounces of honey, or almost half of a pound, we will see where it's sitting now. It is going to adjust our reading just a little bit. Look how clear that is.
Beautiful.
It's still got to get more clear. We're still definitely not quite there, but it's a good start, I feel.
The last time I was this scientific with liquids, I think, was my high school chemistry class.
Joke's on you, I failed high school chemistry. I'm kidding, I never took it.
I was mad they canceled my second class of it.
So it looks like this is... Come on, don't be stupid. 1.025 is what this made it up to. I feel like that's quite a high jump for so little honey.
What was it sitting at before?
1.000.
That's a little bit, yeah.
I don't know. I could just be dumb. Let's go ahead and validate our parking. Yep. 1.025.
Beautiful.
Now, that is going to go up or down when we do add the gallon of lemonade to it. But we will see where the final ABV is sitting. Once again, like I said, we are going to keep an airlock on this just in case I screwed up. If fermentation restarts, I don't want this bottle to explode because I like my house. So we're going to go ahead and just put that off to the side. Now, next up is the pineapple jalapeno. What I want to do now is I actually want to add a little bit of pineapple and pineapple juice directly into this. Then we will taste test it again, and if we need honey, we'll add honey into it. So right now we're just going to hopefully not make a mess because I'm notorious for getting crap everywhere.
I mean,
give it a quick mixy. And all that leaves that was settling just got disturbed again. So hey, yay.
With your job in the army, you did 3 things: fight, kill, and destroy. So.
Okay, now you just sound like an idiot. I drank a lot.
I meant your actual job qualifications.
I mean, I deployed one time, and for the rest of that, I was just in like doing training exercises. So, all right. So, do my glass back. Jesus.
Move it out of the way for a clean shot.
So we're going to go ahead and grab just a taste of this. I can't tell you actually how much I added to this because, once again, while I try to be scientific, I'm not that scientific. So, but we're going to see where this pineapple juice and this pineapple is going to leave us sit. And the pineapple is going to sit in secondary for a few weeks as well, just to kind of help give a little more pineapple flavor to it.
Still smells like jalapeno.
It still smells like jalapenos. Also, in case you didn't catch my last video, don't make capsicumels in plastic buckets. The capsaicin doesn't come out, so I can only use this for capsicumels from here on out. So, we're here to succeed. We're here to fail, but we're going to learn the entire time we're doing it. And we just learned a hard lesson that spicy doesn't come out of plastic. So
the difference between science and screwing around is writing it down. Mythbusters. I forget what year.
Man, I love
That was the training car implosion episode.
God, I haven't watched Mythbusters in forever.
It's been so long.
All right, let's try this.
Spicy, tart. That's still really good though.
There's a little bit of heat behind it, but it's not intolerant or intolerable. And it goes away almost immediately. Yeah. You get a little bit of heat, and then I do believe that it definitely needs more sweetening. It's very dry, and I like sweet because I'm a stereotypical American. I love sugar. Now the question is, can I get this on here
and still see the scale?
And that's not gonna work.
Nope.
Screw it. We're gonna eyeball it.
That's ballpark it.
Yay, science!
We can weigh the bottle before and after pouring.
Shut up, nerd. Well, I might want to flip to the pineapple jalapeno too. Right there. You're bumping the scale and you unzeroed it. You heathen. How much does the bottle weigh? 23.1 ounces. That's a pound and a half?
Yep.
That's a 3-pound jar.
It's a big bottle. A lot of air in it, though.
How many ounces is 3 pounds?
Oh, God, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, 48 ounces. That's 23.3. We put 6 in there. I've been lied to.
What's the label on this say?
Oh, it's like fluid ounces. Hold on. Shut up. 1.08 pounds. 1 pound, 8 ounces.
How?
That's a pound and a half.
How?
Ladies and gentlemen, the math is not mathing.
We have just been duped.
I am. Screw it. The show must go on.
We ball.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ten-second pour, just about.
Look, man, this isn't like a bar where you can nail that down.
Oh no, the honey's too viscous, but it is.
There's no. Okay, that's 3 ounces. We added 3 ounces. We definitely need more than 3 ounces.
Yep.
Oh, this is not going to plan. My dogs are going nuts upstairs.
As any Marine worth their salt and worth listening to will say, Semper Gumby. 3 ounces. What is even?
What is? Screw it.
Is this the scale that funny man behind the gas station sold baggies to me with? Because none of these numbers look right.
So I added honey to it. It said 1.05. I added more honey to it. It said 1.05.
And then jumped up to 1.051.
The math isn't mathing. Ladies and gentlemen, the president has been shot. Probably shouldn't say that on YouTube.
I guess we probably should mention a second plane coming for another tower. That was your generation, not mine.
You know what? Stop making me feel old. Here, let's play a game. Where were you on 9/11 of 2001? I was in Mrs. Burroughs' social studies class in 5th grade.
I wasn't born yet.
Yes, keep your mouth shut.
Give it 2 more years just about, and then I will finally pop out.
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm young.
You know, I remember the first time I got a job with somebody after I got out of the military. Or no. It was when I went to college after I got out of the military. And one of the kids in, my, I don't know, entering college 101 class or whatever the hell it was. She's like, yeah, I'm 17. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's like, I don't remember 9/11. I wasn't born yet. I'm like, wait, huh?
Don't worry. There's been a new addition into my unit. This person turned 17 the day they shipped to basic training.
You know, I tried to join the delayed entry program when I enlisted, but no, apparently I got in trouble as a kid and they didn't want me just yet.
That was their requested ship date, as by their parents, who also signed every permission slip available.
That's fair. I can't wait to get rid of my kids. I'm kidding. I love them. All right, let's try this again. Don't smell it because we know what it smells like.
Spicy.
Yeah, jalapenos. All right.
Let's launch out a bargain.
Slingshots are bargains.
Slancha out a bargain.
I don't speak Spanish.
That's the Irish cheers.
The honey really brings out the heat on that.
It does.
Once again, it's not unbearable. It just lasts a little bit longer, but that is.
Fun fact about capsaicin, it is a common myth that sugar helps fight it. The only things you can do are neutralize the oil with something that is basic, since it is an acid, or you can wash it out. The capsaicin oil is considered acidic.
Oh. Science.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
I want another taste of that.
I'm good for now. I like spice, but I don't like jalapeno. It just tastes like Tabasco, and that's only good on MREs.
Jalapeno tastes like spicy bell peppers.
Yeah. I don't like bell peppers, so that's probably why I don't like jalapeno.
Dude, I love bell peppers. Not as much as my wife. My wife would just sit there and like snack on them. I don't know. What do you think? Because I think that's good.
I wouldn't say it's bad. It is
No,
I'm saying better.
I'm saying like where the honey is. Like I think we're there. But I want your opinion.
For my personal taste, I would want this a little bit sweeter, but
you know what?
It. This is your mead that you will predominantly be drinking.
Well, I'm going to be sending you a bottle.
Fair enough.
We're just going to go ahead and say right there.
Good enough. Shall we check the scale of mystery one more time?
No, because it's just going to confuse me even more, and I'm over it.
Approximately 4 ounces of honey into this.
Approximately 3 ounces of honey if you go by the scale.
Yeah.
Because even though we added honey twice, the damn thing didn't move.
Let's see what the scale says about this. This glass weighs absolutely nothing.
Christine, fix your scale. I'm kidding, Christine. Thank you for letting me borrow it. Just stop playing with it.
There, it's 0.
Just stop.
Every time I tapped 0, the numbers would jump up and they wouldn't go back down.
If that was my scale, I'd throw it against the wall. But since it's my friend's scale, I might throw it against the wall.
Just buy a better one and give that one to them.
I'm gonna go get one of those, like the ones that I used to like use, like when I was in middle school, where you gotta move the thing on the end.
Abacus Mathematicus.
Fetus deletus.
One of those is a banned Harry Potter spell.
Man, it's a good thing I'm not in like Harry Potter, because I would use Engorgio far too often on something.
That is not surprising.
Is that a spare tire in your pants?
No, I just have the world's largest can of tuna in my pocket.
just sitting there. Hold on, I can do this. Wingardium Leviosa. It floats.
It unrolls like a moth's proboscis.
It's like a red carpet. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
This time it's being hosted in your mother's bed.
My mother is a saint. Dorothy Mantooth was a saint. This is an 85 Honda. How dare you? Yay, pop culture.
Cheers.
Okay, that's better now.
That's got a nice aggressive kick to it. That is jalapeno forward, and then as that heat dies down, you get a nice wave of that pineapple.
I'm hoping with the pineapple in there, that's going to extract a lot more flavor and juice and put it in here. Because I don't necessarily want it to be jalapeno forward. I want it to be pineapple forward and then jalapeno on the back end.
Considering this has jalapeno and pineapple in it, if you ever hate somebody that much, give them a paper cut and pour this on it.
No, if I truly hate somebody. So, in case you guys didn't know, I'm going to be making a prank mead eventually. I'm going to call it Satan's Chocolate Starfish, and it's going to be a chocolate Carolina Reaper mead. I'm only going to give it to people I don't like, or people that are nuts and like really spicy things. So,
or me, because I'm also sadistic and a little bit masochistic.
People I don't like. I want to give this one more try because this is really, really lightened up, and I do really like this one as well. You're going with me. Give me your glass.
Give me a small amount.
We're on this train together.
I asked for a small amount. You gave me 2 shots of vodka.
2 shots of vodka?
Like 25 milliliters, or if this thing is, I don't know.
I wanted you to really put that clip in.
Oh, the guy falling down the stairs?
2 shots of vodka.
That's really good, I think. I think that's where I want to keep that. All right. And once again, because even though we stabilized this, we did add fermentable sugar. This is far from what its ABV tolerance is. Whoa now. Hakuna your tatas. So with the Arnold Palmer, we were sitting at about 14% ABV. So it's got another 4% that it can technically go up. That's why we wanted to stabilize this. With the pineapple jalapeno, we're at a little over 11% ABV. So this is a long way that it can go. And I actually think this is really good where it sits right now. I think both of them are. I'm just really looking.
There was 2 drops left in there.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, so I think that the Arnold Palmer is going to be really good when we finally do mix it with a gallon of sweet tea, lemonade. When we add a gallon of lemonade, we are going to hopefully create an amazing beverage with this. This one, I think, is going to be phenomenal once it ages a little bit. Like I did say earlier, my plan is definitely to do the blueberry pomegranate next week. I don't know if I will have a guest on that day. When I'm doing the tastings and the back sweetening, I would prefer to have a guest. That way, I can have a second opinion. Now, before we started rolling, I did tell Matt, like, hey, I want you to be honest with this. Don't hold back. If you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. So, if you are invited to my channel to try some meads, be honest. I would appreciate it.
Half the time I can't stand my own cooking, and I am a very, very, very mean person when it comes to when you give me something and I don't like it.
I'm also like 8 inches and 120 pounds bigger than him, so it could just be that he's scaled.
Fight me.
Yeah. My name is Wilson. This has been Bullet Sponge Brews. I would like to thank you guys for joining us today. Today we back sweetened both our pineapple jalapeno mead and our Arnold Palmer. We were joined by our special guest today, Matthew. I did enjoy having him on. It's nice to have somebody to banter with, not just look in the camera and look like a creep. you have anything you would like to add?
It has been a pleasure being on. I have enjoyed this. It is always fun hanging out with my buddy.
Like I said, my name is Wilson. This is Bold Sponge Brews, and this is our now back sweetened Arnold Palmer and pineapple jalapeno mead. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good one, folks.